believe it or not, it's actually easier in many ways to progress bodyweight training and quantify it compared to weightlifting. In many ways, as people are like, oh, weightlifting is so much easier to gauge progress and everything, you can do the same thing with bodyweight training if you know how. And here are a few of the most popular ways. Number one is measure your range of motion. I use these things called range of motion blocks. They're just 6-inch sections of 2x4. I stack them up. So if I'm using them on like handstands or sometimes if people are doing an advanced pistol squat or whatever, and they're like, how low can I get to the floor? Use something to quantify your range of motion. It doesn't matter if you're measuring inches or blocks or, you know, the width of 7 baseballs or whatever. It doesn't matter what the actual unit is, as long as you can measure it and increase the range of motion over time. Because ultimately your goal with, well, almost any exercise is to use as much range of motion as possible. Remember, there's no such thing as close enough. If it's close, it's not enough. Next, markings. So what? You don't even have to quantify a number. You just mark something. So a lot of times, particularly with push-ups, it gets more difficult the closer you get in, and then you start moving one arm out and so on. Use a marking on the floor. Just have a couple pieces of tape. I use the distance of the tiles on the floor at the gym, and you just keep in your log and like, okay, these 2 markings, and then the next time you work out, you move it in a little closer, a little. And that's a way that you can measure and quantify how your hands or feet or whatever are placed. And then of course, the old tape measure. Inches, centimeters, fine. A lot of stuff regarding progressive calisthenics deals with how far apart various areas of your body are. And just measure it. Just break out a tape measure and say, my hands are 12 inches apart from the middle finger to middle finger. Now they're 10 inches, 9, 8, 7, 6. You can also use a tape measure with like the suspension training, because the more of an upright angle you are, the easier it is, and the more you start to go down towards a horizontal position with your spine, the harder it is. So you just lay the tape measure down so that the 1-inch mark is underneath the plumb line of the suspension trainer, and then you've got something that you can gauge where your feet are in exercises like curls and extensions and stuff. Just make sure that the handles are always at the same height. So it is possible to quantify your resistance when it comes to bodyweight training. But I'm going to throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing, into why resistance may not actually even matter in the first place. Till then, be fit, live free.